So my video's on, haha. So
Yeah.
that's amateurness. So as we start the 52nd episode of the CoasterCasters Travel tonight, um, this episode is apparently sponsored by Universal Studios Beijing because that's what we talked about for the past half hour before the podcast started.
Yeah. So, shall we begin about that?
No, we're gonna do intros first, and I'm gonna go first because I'm
All
the
right.
host. My name is Travis, and with me tonight on the 52nd episode of the CoasterCasters Travel is Will.
Hello, and Travis, I should say, good job. You're still keeping track of how many episodes we're doing.
I have a whiteboard behind me that has a schedule on it now, so I will never forget.
Because at one point you were like, God, I'm just gonna stop caring how many episodes we have or we're doing.
Yeah, it'll probably hit whenever 100 goes, and I'll be like, nope. And we have Alex.
And hello and salutations. This is going to be a little bit of a fun video.
It really is. Because we have a lot of news because I was on vacation last week. And I'll be going on vacation in, well, we'll get to that later. So let's just address the elephant in the room. Let's just go to Beijing.
Yeah, so there was a leak about a few days ago, which actually showed the first version of the layout of Universal Studios Beijing. And along with that showcased 6 hotels, 3 parks, and a lot of stuff to talk about, regardless if you're talking about Beijing or not. And which one do you want to start off with?
Just take it by the Roman reins and just go with it.
All right, so we're going to actually just talk about the placeholder real quick, because there's an interesting piece of little detail that you kind of have to notice. In the placeholder, it depicts a version of the Universal Orlando map. And a big thing out of that is actually what's in Kid Zone. There are apparently 4 brand new buildings that have not been in any version of the Kid Zone layout from Universal Orlando. And from what I've been hearing, it sounds like it's an early rendition of the Super Nintendo World layout. I'm gonna actually start this with Travis. What do you think of the Kid Zone little detail?
We talked about this earlier, Alex.
Yeah,
they're not getting rid of ET. Orlando is not losing ET. There's no way on the green earth that is made by whoever you believe in. It's not happening.
You should really do a slap bet.
No, I'm not doing a slap bet because then I have to fly all the way to Arizona to slap you in the face.
No, we can do it on the internet, and we have to do it on video. Webcam.
How would I slap you through a webcam?
Well, I would slap myself, and if I win, you slap yourself in a sign of losing dignity.
So, when I win, I just slap you, or you slap yourself.
Yes, and I will videotape it.
No.
That'd be it.
No.
I will do it. You want to do it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Because
that just sounds like...
I'm that confident.
That sounds like... No.
All right. Your loss. But, yeah. Will, what do you think of the little detail of the placeholder?
Well, they're not getting rid of ET, so... it could go 2 ways. 1, it could work, or 2, it could flop.
And as note, just make sure it's not the final layout.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's not the final layout because of course, all things are subject to change without notice.
But
So,
it's very interesting regardless if you're a fan of Universal or not.
yeah.
So going over to the main gate, there's a lot of details you can notice out of that. So I'm going to mention off just a few. From what it looks like, it seems like there's possibly an indoor section of the park. There's also a version of Hogsmeade. There's also a version of Waterworld. And there's also brand new areas not seen before in the park. So, Travis, what do you think of Waterworld coming into the park?
I'm sorry. Someone just sent me something, and I feel really just about this.
What?
I'll send it in the chat. No.
But
Anyway,
back on topic.
Back on topic. Waterworld's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I've only watched it online, and I'm happy it's going to Beijing. And with Potter, duh.
Are you surprised that they're probably not including Diagon?
They're not doing Diagon?
It doesn't look like it.
They'll do Diagon. It's just like all that stuff was probably a placeholder before all of the construction started happening with Fallon and Fast and Furious and
But
Diagon.
Beijing is a different project than Orlando.
But it's basically Orlando mirrored.
They're still handled by different teams.
Yeah, but I if they don't do Hogsmeade, I'm gonna.
Well, they'll do Hogsmeade, but
or if they don't, if they don't do Diagon, if they don't do Diagon, someone's gonna get slapped. And that person, she knows who it is. Because she is the reason why we can't have anything Halloween related in
That's
London.
not her. And you have to keep this in mind. Japan's a wild beast, and I wouldn't say that you won't see it, but you always keep an open mind.
But here's the thing. I feel like she has something against Orlando. Because
Hollywood didn't open last year.
It's not that. It's the fact of...
Is it? Because...
No. I don't care about it being open. I don't care about anything. Japan, pretty sure, had Halloween stuff going on.
Hollywood didn't get the Halloween stuff or the Christmas stuff.
It's because it just opened this year.
Yes, but they should have, because it still would have gotten the same amount of attention as...
Yeah, but here's the thing. In its opening year, Hogsmeade in Orlando didn't do anything either. In its opening year, Hogsmeade in Japan didn't do anything.
Although, here's the thing. You're talking about a park that's not used for Horror Nights. It wasn't passed, but it was... Hogsmeade isn't used for Horror Nights. Diagon is.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
So,
but they
I don't think it's impossible, but you have to keep something in mind that Japan's a wild breed, and you'll probably see it eventually one way or another.
I don't like her. Oh, and
it's probably not her. It's probably
and she
Warner
knows
Brothers.
it. No, it's her. And it's come.
Warner Brothers has been very strict too.
Not as strict as her.
I would be very surprised about that. Because she wanted to have some stuff, and I think I've actually heard some stories too. But I would keep an open mind within the next few years. I wouldn't say you will see it immediately, but you will see it eventually.
I just feel like I feel like she...
And let me ask you this, and I'm actually very curious. How in the hell would they be able to do Death Eaters in Diagon?
Death Eaters in Diagon? I don't know. There's so many cast doors in that place because that's how some people like get into the park.
Japan is a very different breed, and the crowds are handled
Japan has their Halloween stuff, and they will keep their Halloween stuff.
But I'm talking about this in terms of how they handle the guests, because the guests in Japan and domestic are day and night in terms of how they are going into the parks. So you have to wonder what adjustments do they have to make the Death Eaters count.
I think
they would probably have to use they would probably have one way in, one way out. And that would probably be the stage. They wouldn't be as much of mean greed as Japan is, but they would still have a show.
I'm thinking in Orlando terms right now. And for Orlando, how I've always seen Death Eaters happening, because Horror Nights is not really going to expand into IOA until probably 30. So Diagon, I think, because they have so many castors, they have the castor that's in Nocturne Alley open.
I would say you would have to see them at the stage where they do Celestine Warbeck and the Tales.
Or have the Death Eaters come and disturb the Celestina show and start there. Like the last Celestina show before the opening of Horror Nights.
They would have to use that and then use the castors for Celestina and the Tales of Warbeck.
Yeah.
They couldn't have them go through the area because the crowds are very different. And that's
there's nobody ever in Diagon. That's a way to bring people into Diagon and take them out of the Okay, so what was Horror Story's longest wait shortest wait this year? About 45 minutes.
I think even 60.
I think it might have been 60, to be honest. If you had something in Diagon Alley that was based off of Harry Potter, I'm not saying it would have taken away from wait times in the park, because that's not what you want to do. You want people to go into your houses and all that stuff. But unless it was a peak night, your back 3 houses besides the one that Insidious was in, and I guess last year what was in there.
Let me propose this to you.
No. So it was at 5 minutes. So unless it was a peak night, Texas Chainsaw, because I kept up with this, Texas Chainsaw, Chance, and
usually it's an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay, well, the back part of the park never got 10, 15-minute waits on off-peak nights. If you opened up and did Halloween stuff in Diagon, you would bring more people to the back of the park and actually spread everything out.
I know for a fact Halloween got long lines at the beginning of the event, because for days, because they would have sometimes allowing people to go into the event early.
Exactly. And they would get Halloween done and they'd be like, okay.
Well, you also got, if I may say this, because yes, there is Stay and Scream in the back of the park, but then, what about Bill and Ted? That would form a line every time I went for the first show, there would be a line an hour before the first show.
Yeah, Bill and Ted brings crowds, and then people leave.
And depending on where people leave, chances wait times could possibly raise a little bit.
Yeah, but
because that does exit out.
The only problem I had with Lunatic's Playground, in which it was a terrible thing, I was leaving Bill and Ted. They had to redirect us around in front of Diagon because the exit was right there at Bill and Ted, and they had to redirect me and my friends and some of my friends I was hanging out with around in front of Diagon because the exit of Lunatics was right there, which I like the location, but the whole redirection thing was terrible. It was a huge cluster F.
I'm very curious to see how they handle it. But back to Beijing, what IPs do you think are going to come in
Um,
besides Potter?
Potter.
Well, besides that, what do you think's obvious?
Well, I don't know if you heard it, Alex, but I did hear. I don't know if it was either for Beijing or Japan's Universal, but I did hear something about a Godzilla ride.
That's Japan, and it's only for a limited time event.
Oh, okay.
I think Kung Fu Panda is a guarantee.
Yep, Kung Fu Panda.
I think Jurassic World's a guarantee.
Probably.
I think Despicable Me is a guarantee, but probably be different in some way. I don't think Simpsons. They have a dedicated fan base in China, but I don't think they will go there. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
We also kind of debated about this because there was a rumor from an individual not like a long while back when Beijing was announced. Apparently, SpongeBob was considered. And I want to bring this up because our good friend Will kind of did something.
Oh my gosh. Will, I'm sorry. We gotta wreck you.
I really don't care anymore.
Will said that SpongeBob was Japanese.
Yeah, and
Air all grievances by emailing. What's your Gmail?
he won't tell.
Exactly.
Air all
I won't
grievances. Air all grievances to coasterfreak25@gmail.com, and I will forward them all to Will.
But yeah, I do think there's some IPs that you're probably not going to expect.
I know one. It was literally just announced 5 seconds ago.
That being,
Give me a second.
as of the Purge.
No. I'll let
Well, in
you.
all seriousness,
I'll let you keep thinking, but like,
I'm very excited about what comes with Beijing, as I think it'll bring some potential for what may come for the fourth gate.
okay, so literally, I just got a tweet from someone who's I guess watching, and they said this was just announced for Beijing. They didn't tag anybody else because they wanted me to say this because, well, I'm the host. So this is coming to Universal Beijing.
There's that one rule we do say, like, that's kind of problematic, and I wouldn't say it if I wasn't on pop culture. If I was on pop culture, I would.
Oh, I had to. The opportunity arose.
But actually, now going back, any final thoughts?
No.
All right, then Travis, do you want to talk about your first topic?
Why don't you do
Mark Woodbury?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I have to go on mute for a second.
All right. Well, okay. So last week on Friday, it was officially announced that Mark Woodbury, president of Universal Creative, would be joining in as vice president of Universal Parks and Resorts. He will apparently be staying on board as president of Universal Creative, as some people are starting to suspect that this is basically that they're just wanting to groom him to make sure that he's ready for transitioning to Tom Williams and his role.
Okay, I'm back.
So, Travis, what did you think about Universal Creative President Mark Woodbury coming on board?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's a good guy.
Will?
I'm
Anything else?
really.
No, I don't. Just that's all. He's a good guy.
All right, Will.
I've heard some really positive things about Mark Woodbury. I've really have heard some real positive things about him, and I know he won't listen to this because he is now in a big position, but I really do wish him the best, and I really do think that he will. Let's just say, what's the word I'm looking for?
He'll excel.
Yeah, he will accelerate. He will help in the acceleration of Universal Parks and Resorts. So I wish him nothing but the best, and he will do a great job.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that within the next 3 years, you become the president of UPR?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
I think that's an interesting question.
Unless I take the job, obviously.
We'll see. I guess.
And what? Make sure ET stays forever.
No, I'll just make sure ET stays forever. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It all depends on what he wants, I guess.
I'm sure he wants to make sure the park is like all the parks are thriving because he's done that with all the others. He's really kind of become like a mascot for Universal.
Mm-hmm. You see a lot of them in, like, I guess the press interviews for like new and upcoming rides for the parks.
Even clones, he's there.
Yeah, he's. Let's say. I guess we can say Mark Woodbury's like the quote unquote franchise of Universal PR.
I saw this on a forum, and I think it's actually a rather good thing to say. Mark Woodbury getting vice president is like Tony Baxter getting that high role. And I'm very excited to see what happens.
So okay. So my sister who lives in California, they just opened a new restaurant in her area called the Crack Shack. And it's actually shut up.
Wait, what did you say?
The Crack Shack. It's just a burger place. Some guy from I think
Crack Shack?
Yes. Shut up. That's not the point.
Jack's Crack Shack lives.
Oh gosh, shut up. But I'm gonna mute you all so I can say this. The head chef is called. His name's Richard Bayless, or Richard Blaze. Sorry, I'm thinking Rick Bayless. My bad. And he literally grabbed my sister out of line so they could order takeout. And she asked him for a picture, and he thanked them for braving the big storm to come out. LOL. Talking about Disneyland's big storm right now. Speaking of Disneyland is like closing in a couple hours because of a big storm, apparently.
Flooding. Apparently, from everyone that's there, it's epic as hell.
I'd love to be there right now.
It's honestly It's honestly a treat to see them, like, see rain happen that downpour.
I know, right? So, I'm going to back up in my chair. I'm going to grab my soda. Hopefully, it's not empty. It is not.
But, yeah, so.
It's my turn.
Anything else about Mark Woodbury?
No.
Then I'll leave the floor to you.
Yeah, let's talk about Universal more. All right.
With Jack's Crack Shack.
With Jack's Crack. Oh, that's not going to stick. I'm not going to allow that. I got some good news from Universal. For those seeking nightlife fun at Universal Orlando Resort, if you have the City Walk Party Pass with your ticket, according to the latest word from Universal, they're going back to offering free parking in the garages for all guests arriving after 6 p.m. This works only during, well, basically, like, non-peak times of the year. You can count on it being halted only during special nighttime events. I wouldn't think during Mardi Gras time they would halt it, but
they're doing that.
They're halting. Okay, so I would get
no. They have it during Mardi Gras, and from what it sounds like, it will happen during Horror Nights, but it'll be happening at a later time.
No. It's not happening during horror. Like they are charging for.
They asked on, like, someone asked on Twitter. They said there will be the free parking, but it will be happening at a later time during the event hours. So there will be that period of purchasing parking.
It'll probably be like 10.
But so you're still going to get that.
Yeah. Which is a win-win because City Walk restaurants don't really do good or do well after about, I would say, 9 o'clock when the parks close during non-peak hours. So this would get a lot of Florida residents that don't really have Universal annual passes to come and eat at those restaurants after 6, which is great.
All things holy. Hey, Universal Hollywood, get with the line that Universal's doing in Orlando.
Moving on from that, we're sticking with Universal, and this is kind of late because I was on vacation. But Universal has a Mardi Gras lineup, obviously, because Mardi Gras is happening right now. On the 4th, Trace Adkins performed. Neo performed on the 11th.
Wait, we talked about that.
I know, but there's been a change. Collective Soul is performing tomorrow night, and Sunday is X Ambassadors. Fifth Harmony is performing on February 25th. And on March 4th, it's cool. Nope, it's not Cool in the Gang. It's Gandalf. That dude from last year, yeah, he's coming back to Universal.
And the year before, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before,
and the year before, and the year before. And continuing with that, Olivia Newton-John's on the 5th. UB40 is on the 11th, and Toby Keith's on the 12th. Jason Derulo is on the 18th. Earth, Wind, and Fire is on the 19th, and All American Rejects closes it out on the 25th. Yandel. Man, Universal loves them some Yandel.
Oh, I'm so glad to keep the tradition alive.
Speaking of traditions, which every time you say something, I'm going to say, speaking of this, and just move on. That's how it works. Speaking of traditions, Pandora World of Avatar has Avatar has an opening date of Saturday, May 27th. Timing is very interesting because Volcano Bay is opening 2 days before, and they announced it like a couple days after Volcano Bay announced their announcing opening day. But apparently, I didn't know this. There was a leak about.
I got that one.
No. There was a leak. None of us have this because we missed this.
Oh, yeah, Banshee.
No, not even the Banshee. Apparently on January 8th of this year, there was a thing that came out about Flight of Passage. There's 4 screens. It will accommodate 60 riders at a time, 10 riders per floor row, and 3 floors to each tower, and 2 towers.
I've known about the 4 screens.
Why didn't we talk about this? It's going to handle 240 guests at once if all 4 domes are running.
I wouldn't be surprised that you just see the 2 start up and then you get the 4 later on. But Will, do you have anything to say about it?
I'm waiting for him to say they have sex with their tails.
Oh, they have sex with their tails.
Thank you. Awesome. Moving on.
Sex with their
Knock, knock.
tails, damn you. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Sex tails boop. All right. Moving on.
But I do actually want to say something.
Okay.
I am
King of the world.
Stay with opening at 28.5. Anyone still gives a shit.
Okay.
But in all reality, I'm actually kind of curious to see how this plays out. I expressed my negative thoughts, but it's interesting to see this finally wrap up. And hey, we'll finally have Star Wars to transition into that 29.5 joke.
Yeah.
Star Wars is never opening. They say 2019. I say 6
2020.
years. 6 years from the announcement of the announcing date.
I think you'll probably see it 2020.
I think 2021.
Maybe. But I think you probably...
Speaking of 2021, who loves Wishes? Well, if you love Wishes, guess what? Disney just stuck the middle finger to you just like they did to me. Wishes is ending, I guess May 12th. And they're starting a new fireworks show on May 12th. It's called Happily Ever After. It's going to have fireworks, projection mapping, and much more. I've heard that it's going to feature Frozen, Big Hero 6, Moana, a bunch of other stuff that people love. Princess and the Frog. Stuff that Disney really hasn't brought into the limelight besides Frozen and Moana and Big Hero 6 and Inside Out and Wreck-It Ralph. And
honestly, I don't care.
Basically, this is a show just because people are butthurt that Princess and the Frog's not getting anything. Apparently, there's supposed to be a big Princess and the Frog section. That's what I've heard.
I got nothing. Will?
My thoughts on Wishes going away?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Amen.
I mean, I've seen videos. I mean, Wishes. I mean, I'm a big fan of Wishes, but no, the word change is going around in the theme park world.
That word was going around America about 8 years ago.
And that word was going around like 5 months ago.
I had to. I had to.
I had to say that one.
I'm sorry. It's not even a burn. I'm just stating that 8 years ago, Obama was doing his whole change thing.
Okay, can we not have politics in this?
Yeah,
podcast?
there's enough political shit.
There's not political.
Really,
there's not political anything.
you were talking about someone that was a former political president. Please, can we just go and talk about cute pastel theme parks?
Let's talk about Hall of Presidents, shall we?
God no.
How orange do you think Donald Trump's gonna be?
I refuse to comment.
I think he's gonna be super orange. But that's not what we're talking
I
about.
refuse to comment. Actually, speaking of Rivers of Light, it's opening tonight.
That was a great segue. Yeah, Rivers of Light, probably Disney's. Actually, I would say Disney's redheaded stepchild when it comes to nighttime productions.
No, there's something else once redheaded, but I won't testify there.
Oh, you're talking about Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. Sorry.
No, something else.
What?
I refuse to talk about it.
If you say Spectro Magic, I'm literally going to make you slap yourself. Spectro Magic was amazing.
It's not that.
Okay. But anyway, moving on.
Rivers of Light sucks.
I'm not talking about Rivers of Light. That's not in my news. I don't want to. Because I will talk about Rivers of Light at the end of the show.
Honestly, then fine. I'll wait.
Good, because we're going to talk about Six Flags Mexico.
And Magic Mountain and Discovery Kingdom. Whatever.
And every single other Six Flags park that has had VR will get a new type of VR called New Revolution Galactic Attack, which I'm going to butcher this, in Spanish is New Revolution Ataque Galactico. Yes.
Because nothing says next thing you got like galactic space shooters.
I know, right?
Shit.
Anyway, moving on. They are the first ones to say, hey, we have new VR. Come see us. It's on Medusa. They're RMC. Yeah, they're RMC. Good for them. They got it done first. No comment. Anyone else have a comment to this?
Gondolas.
Let's wait on gondolas.
Yeah, so actually, I do actually want to hear your thoughts about this.
No. We're waiting on gondolas.
Really? You want to wait off and talk about money?
I want to do one more.
That was one of my topics.
One more thing. Talk about new prices, gondolas, then go into Guardians. Deal?
Fine.
Awesome. Cool. Because that's literally halfway through my news. Then you go, finish up yours, and then I finish out.
Yep.
Halloween Horror Nights 27 dates were leaked, and it looks like the
September 15th through November 4th.
Yeah, so it looks like that preview night will be that Wednesday. I looked into it, and if these rumors are true, I will be going.
And they are because it was leaked within the employee website.
But it could also be like, yeah, it's probably true. But in the off chance that it's not true, at this moment in time, with these leaked dates, I am going to Horror Nights 5 times. I'm very excited about that. Hey, Disney, leak your dates, please. Thank you.
All I'll say is this. I do believe that it's good to expand into November. And I wouldn't be surprised that you start hearing more from the next few years that they're going to go further into September. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
But anyways, there really isn't much to talk about besides dates.
Nope.
And besides code names for Hollywood and Orlando.
Yeah, which I don't talk about code names.
And I talk about that on Horror Nights Talk, which will come back in the next few months.
Yep. So moving on to tickets. Ching, 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 ching. Money, money, money grab. Sorry, I had to do a little DJ remix on that one. Awesome. Another year, another Disney in park theme park price increase.
And Universal.
And Universal, but we'll get to that in a second. Disney theme parks have always feel like they're packed like sardines, but guess what? It's going to get even worse, probably. At Walt Disney World Resort, the standard Florida resident annual pass has gone up $10, a whopping $10. And the Florida resident platinum pass went up about $30. For non-residents, you're looking at $7.79 for the platinum and oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. $8.69 for a premium plus pass, or $125 for just the water park AP. You're paying $125 to get into the water parks every day of the year. Who just wants to go to the water parks? Not me.
Wait, what are you talking about? Volcano? Or?
No. I'm talking about Disney World. Keep up with the times.
Sorry, just lost track.
$125 for Disney Water Park AP. They have an AP that's just the water parks. Yes, people buy those. Meanwhile, they're keeping the flexible, stupid peak day stuff going on.
Monthly pass?
What?
Are you referring to the monthly pass?
No.
All right.
The flexible pricing for just the one-day ticket.
Oh, yeah, seasonal pricing.
Yes, the seasonal pricing is sticking around. With the one-day pass to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom is now $99 for a value day and up to $119 on a peak day. And Magic Kingdom, however, will cost you $107 on a value day and $124 on a peak day. And a one-day park hopper will run you between $162 to $174 depending on what day you go. That is ridiculous.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. What I'm shocked is that they haven't gotten rid of the monthly annual pass option, which was highly rumored throughout the past few weeks.
Not a monthly annual pass option anymore.
There is.
Anymore now.
No, they still have it.
I haven't seen it.
It's been set by multiple individuals. It's still there.
Probably only for Florida residents, though.
Disneyland still has them. Disney World has them. Universal still has them. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised to eventually see those go down the drain because they bring a lot of capacity into the park, and I don't think they want that.
I've never seen anything about a monthly annual pass, or I would get it. So yeah.
Hey, I think it's even on the site.
It's
on. Yeah, it is.
Where? I'm on Disney's site right now.
Pass holder program monthly payments.
Yeah, that's paying monthly for the ticket. That's like a month. Like if you buy something off of QVC, that's your monthly payment. That's not a monthly annual pass. It's paying monthly for your annual pass.
Actually, because I know they have monthly passes at Universal.
I don't think so. But hey, you can buy Disney After Hours tickets. I did not know this. I need to see if. Nope, of course. That's great. Cool to know. Star Wars Galactic Nights tickets are still available too, I believe. Yeah, they are. They are not sold out. I can literally buy 10 tickets to Star Wars Galactic Nights. $13. That's ridiculous. Moving on, Disneyland. Again, another year. Another Disney price increase. Disneyland Resort. The cost of a SoCal annual pass has gone up $10 to $339, and SoCal Select has gone up to $460. Or okay, scratch that. Reverse it. SoCal annual passes have gone up $10 for the SoCal Select to the $339 and $469 for the SoCal regular. Deluxe APs went up to $619. Signature Pass went up to $849, and Signature Plus is $1049. Continue.
Looking at it right now, Universal does have FlexPay for Orlando.
That's paying off your annual pass. That's not a monthly annual pass.
But it's still paying it that you can get it.
Yeah, Disney has payment. Okay. I don't think you're understanding this.
Look, I swear, I think there is.
What you're seeing is them paying it off, like paying a certain amount every month to have the annual pass paid off by a certain time. That's what a couple of my friends do for their annual passes to Kentucky Kingdom. They pay like $10 a month for 6 months, and their pass is paid for. That's what they do during the off season, is just pay their annual pass with FlexPay. That's what FlexPay is, or that's what monthly payment is.
Then that's what I was referring to.
Okay, well, they're never going to get rid of that. That's
Universal Hollywood did.
Well, it's because Universal Hollywood's annual pass is not really that much.
I would actually disagree.
And
I would say Universal Orlando is still relatively cheap for what they offer.
Oh yeah, it is.
So in all reality, they should not have to flex pay either.
No, Universal should have FlexPay because you have the Premier Pass. That's like $5.39 now, $5.49.
Hollywood has their passes for $400, and that's not with flex.
Well, you got to think. Who's going to buy Universal Hollywood season passes? People that are in LA. There's a lot of really rich people in LA. I'm just saying.
Actually, we haven't really heard anything from Will.
It's because he had to go for a second.
I'm back.
Never mind, he's back.
Okay, so what did you want me to say?
We're talking about price increase.
Yeah, we're talking about price increase. I'm just going through how much everything went up. So a one-day Disneyland, one-day one-park ticket went up $2 to $97, and for value days and peak days are $124. That's really expensive. A one-day park hopper ticket will range $157 to $174 depending on your visit. Moving on to Universal ticket prices. Why is Donald Trump on my screen? Following Walt Disney World's lead, Universal raised their ticket prices. One-day single park admission is now $105, and park to park is now $165 for one day. Kids get a $5 discount. Adult peak season tickets are $124, and one park and $179 for two. So if you go to one park during peak season, it's $124, and if you go to two parks, it's $179. Universal has a number of bundles available that decrease the per day cost of visiting. Passes will still start at $260 for those with blackout dates. Visitors can save $20 on multi-day tickets by purchasing online, and there's no single-day price listed for Volcano Bay yet, the water park that's opening on the 25th of May. 3-day tickets that include Volcano Bay are ranging from $220 to $275, depending on whether visitors want to visit just one day to the park or have unlimited ability to go from one park to another.
There are certain things coming out saying different prices. Exactly, trusted until Universal fully announces.
Exactly.
Which should be probably by the end of the month.
I would say, sadly, I think it's going to be $70 to $80 to get into Volcano Bay.
I think probably about 80.
I would maybe pushing 90. Might be 89, 99 maybe to get in.
And then
I wouldn't. Go ahead.
There were some rumors of it going to higher than that. I'm not till I see it, but I think this needs to be kept in mind. Tapu Tapu is a experimental. Yes, this park's going to be specifically designed for it, but that's not guaranteeing it will be handled with ease by staff.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't be surprised that some of the park is kind of like a boutique. But that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of the rumored prices?
Well, we're not done yet. We still got Universal Hollywood to go.
But I was talking about Volcano.
Oh.
Just by the rumors.
Well, I mean, I'm certainly not going to pay that price just to go to a water park, even though it does.
Or a theme park.
Or a theme park, but we're talking about Volcano Bay. I mean, yeah, one day I will go, but not right now because, I mean, it's just too expensive. It's too expensive to go to Volcano Bay.
And that's depending on what you're seeing as the rumors.
Yeah. And plus,
Ironically, I think probably you're going to see it at the highest. And I said that at the end of the day, Volcano Bay is going to be boutique at its best.
yeah, but then my question is this, and this
I
can
think
be
you're probably going to see it at around 75 as the lowest price, to be 90 to 95.
all right. Now my question is, have you guys seen or heard anything about Volcano Bay giving out military discounts?
That I do not know.
I
I
think
wouldn't
they
be surprised
will.
if there is. Yeah, they'd have to.
Okay, all right.
I don't think that's a if. I think that's a have to. That's cursing.
Yeah.
I think they'll do what Disney does and do a 3. I guess I would say a 3-day park
I
hopper.
actually think
I would say a 3-day park hopper for $189.
park to park, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
Because
that happens.
Disney's 4-day park hopper for military is $209.
Yeah, I know there's some of that for Universal.
No, there's actually the Universal military tickets are pretty much maybe $10 less than the regular tickets.
I know they sell it. They sell specific military prices. That depends on individuals.
But
But
my dad was military, and he got tickets to Universal, and they were $10 less. He almost just said, "Screw it, and let's just buy them at the park."
I do want to say something though. At the end of the day, and also Universal Studios Hollywood. Mind if I take that one?
Sure, go ahead.
Universal Studios Hollywood makes the prices.
What the? Will, you okay there?
My sickness will reign over the world.
Wait. Will, are you down with the sickness?
God damn it, Travis. But yeah.
And we are moving on.
And we're turning into a... Never mind.
Universal Studios Hollywood has updated its ticket pricing for one-time A-day admission tickets, increased from $115 to $120 at the gate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And as well, one-day general admission tickets in advance can save an upward to $21 depending on the selected day visit. Previously, select guests can only save upwards of $15. And they're also raised up the front line ticket prices from $244 to $254, and 2-day general admission from $119 to $129. And these come off of what Disney's done.
All right.
Anything else? Or are we gonna move along?
I'm going to talk about the theming of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Hey, don't steal mine.
I'm talking about the theming. I'm not talking about the opening. Just talking about the theming. It sucks.
Seriously, it looks like a kindergartner.
It looks like I painted it.
Even that, your paints look good. I had a bad feeling when we first saw the concept art, and this pretty much reaffirms it.
It looks like crap.
Yeah, that's a word.
For all you wrestling fans, I would rather watch Braun Strowman wrestle a grizzly bear than watch paint dry on that building.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That being said, what I'm very curious about is how it'll look overall inside.
It'll look okay.
I hope so.
Me too.
But let's talk about actually what was announced. I think on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It was officially announced as well that Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout would be opening publicly on May 27th, the same day as Pandora: The World of Avatar. And along with Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, they would also be opening up daytime experiences within the Hollywood land for Marvel. Some of these include a Guardians of the Galaxy dance party, meet and greets, and brand new food and drink options. Summer of Heroes, as they are calling it, is going to go from May 27th to September 10th.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're pausing because I have breaking news.
Does it revolve around John Cena?
No, it doesn't. It actually revolves around Rivers of Light. And it's really funny.
Did it break down
No,
again?
I don't think so. I didn't hear that yet. But on the Shop Disney Parks app, you can buy Rivers of Light merchandise. Let's go through this, shall we? You can buy a Rivers of Light LED animated fan for $15.02. You can buy a Rivers of Light beach towel for $24.99. A Rivers of Light disc ornament for $14.95. A fleece for $42.95. A glow lanyard for $15.02. An Inkabend pen, which is one of those stupid little pens, $6.99. A light up ear ornament, $24.99. A magnet for $8.99. A mini glass for $9.95. A mug for $14.95. A pin, which I'm probably going to buy, for $9.99. The Rivers of Light tee. One of them's $19.99. One of them's $24.99. And then the graphic ones. One of them's $32.95 for some reason, and the other one that looks exactly the same is $29.99. That makes no sense. The throw blanket is $36.99. The totem glow wand is $28.17. That makes no sense. The zip up hoodie, which I possibly, depending on what's on the back, might buy $39.99, and the Rivers of Light CD is $15.98.
Wait, what is 1502? Like, what is? You said like something like
1502.
1508.
No, 1502. Rivers of Light glow lanyard and the Rivers of Light animated LED fan.
Why would you want a fan?
It'd be a small fan.
Okay,
Yeah,
this zip
like,
up hoodie's kind of cool. I kind of like it.
Like the cheap dollar
I
store
can dig it.
fans is what you'd be buying.
Oh, they're only in youth sizes? That's stupid. Why only pertain to youth, you buttholes?
All I'll say about that is, honestly, I just don't care.
The
anymore.
lanyard does sound. I mean, I love to collect lanyards. The lanyard does sound pretty cool.
The only thing that would interest me is the soundtrack.
Same.
I mean, why not? I mean, it would be cool.
Which I would just buy that off eBay.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be for way too damn much.
Or you can buy Tom Brady's game-winning jersey off of eBay.
Or you can just not talk about the Super Bowl.
Or we can just go and talk about
Gondolas.
Six Flags. Will, you have something?
Oh yeah. Let me. Okay. I wish. All right. Alex, talk about something while I get it pulled up.
Gondolas.
No, Valley Fair. You're next, Trev.
Yeah, Valley Fair. Cool.
Hang
Valley
on.
Fair
I'll be
will-
right back, and I'll get my news.
Okay, Valley Fair will open this season with a new park vice president / GM. Brad Marcy will take over the spot of Dave Frazier, who is leaving the company to take a position at the Minnesota Zoo. Marcy's recent history has seen him as the corporate director of strategic initiatives for Cedar Fair and has served as both the GM for Dorney Park, which, if I'm not mistaken, is closed.
No, it's open.
It's open, okay. And Carowinds, which is a good park.
I have a strange feeling they're getting the Valley Fair ready for major expansion.
I believe so. And I believe
makes sense when there's a
once
lot.
Brad Marcy is done at Valley Fair, they will move him to King's Dominion.
I actually believe that he may go to Michigan's.
Maybe.
Honestly, at this point, you have to do something to that park.
Or you can just do something to King's Dominion, please.
Or you can actually finally give it a proper addition to Michigan Adventure, which, how long has it been since they've added an attraction?
Okay.
200 years.
God, they need to add something, or else it's going to become the Georgia Park or Georgia Lake.
Okay.
Geauga Lake.
So, let's see. Come on. There we go. Okay, so can I talk about mine, or is there
Yes.
anything else you guys want to get off your
Yes.
chest?
Because I want to get any other topics out of the way before we talk about the last one that I have.
God
Okay.
bless.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will make this short and sweet. So if you are living in the Atlanta area, preferably close to Six Flags Over Georgia, Six Flags Over Georgia opens March 11th and the 12th. That is opening weekend, so mark your calendars. March 11th is opening weekend. Spring break is happening through April 1st through 9th. So that should be fun. You can, I think during one of those days during spring break, you can get a friend in for free. I'm not sure, but check sixflagsovergeorgia.com for more information. On May 14th, it is Mother's Day. You can bring a friend for free.
Hey.
Yeah, so it's Mother's Day again. May 14th, bring a friend for free. May 26th, it will be Hurricane Harbor's 4th season opening. So May 26th is when Hurricane Harbor is opening for season 4. May 26th, Justice League Battle for Metropolis opens. And I believe the media event will be that morning. I'm gonna try to
It'll
do
probably be the day before.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sign up for the media event for that.
I can probably sign up and then just send you.
Yeah, we can do that. I just got to see if they'll release anything else. So I'll let you know, or you can look it up.
Yeah.
May 27th through May 29th is Memorial Day weekend. And June 18th is Father's Day. You can bring a friend for free. Offer for pass holders on June 18th. Let's see. Coca-Cola, Six Flags Over Georgia is partnering up with Coca-Cola to do a 4th of July fest happening July 2nd through the 4th. You can ride the roller coasters, and they will have a extravagant nighttime 4th of July fireworks show, which I have seen it, and it's not that extravagant. Labor Day, of course, is happening 2nd through September 2nd through the 4th. And then this is something interesting that Six Flags Over Georgia has started, I think, last season. It is the Fright Fest Blood Drive. If you donate blood when Fright Fest starts September 23rd and the 24th in September is the Fright Fest Blood Drive. If you donate blood, you will receive free general park admission for that day you donate blood. No, thank you. That's why I have a season pass. Six Flags Over Georgia presents its annual Fright Fest presented by Snickers. Fright Fest, mark your calendars. For this, Fright Fest will go on from September 23rd through October 29th, which I don't know why on Halloween, because I believe Halloween falls on a Tuesday this year.
Yep, it's going up on a Tuesday.
Oh, God. And this is something Six Flags Over Georgia is doing. It's called the Spooky Walk and Wag. Bring your dogs to come bark at the moon and dress up in your favorite costumes, which is kind of odd.
People get crazy for that.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. And this is something that's really cool. Me having some military in my family. Six Flags Over Georgia on the weekend of November 11th and the 12th. Six Flags Over Georgia presents Military Appreciation Days. Free admission for active military personnel as we salute their services to our country. And you must show your military ID to receive free admission to the park. And finally, happening November 18th through January 1st, it is Six Flags Over Georgia presents its third or fourth annual holiday in the park. Christmas trees and fourth, okay. Christmas trees and more than 1 million, which is a complete lie, lights to create holiday magic. Select nights again, November 18th through January 1st. So mark your calendars for all those dates. And
Did you just
one
say
more.
lie?
Yeah, that's a lie. And December 16th, I don't know why they do it. It is dumb, but families go all crazy about it every year for the holidays. December 16th, Six Flags Over Georgia presents Tacky Sweater Party. Break out those tacky sweaters and wear them to the park for Tacky Sweater Day.
You know where I'm going to be. What's the date?
December 16th.
You know where Travis is going to be December 16th wearing his Bailey
And
Ugly.
you know what I'm going to be? Watching Star Wars.
Yep, I'm with you, Alex.
Jedi is plural, by the way.
So
Yeah.
that is it for Six Flags Over Georgia. Again, for more information on all the dates and information I just read to you, visit sixflags.com/over Georgia for all that information. And that is it from me. Take it away, fellas.
Yeah.
And before we go to my last topic,
I'm going to talk a little bit more. According to local news sites in the city of New Orleans, it has opened itself to offers from developers to purchase the former Six Flags New Orleans theme park site on Tuesday and received 3 offers to consider. The previously mentioned plan from Paideia to buy the site and rebuild a new small budget Jazzland theme park and water park for $50 million, and the site was pitched with a $3.26 million offer for the 227-acre site that would also see a new retail center built, as well as a partnership with Kimball Development. I'm literally reading this from a website, so bear with me. However, another developer, Frank Surlock, made a cash offer, of $4.55 million for the property, and is teaming with Dream Landing Ltd. for another theme park vision for the site. It also involves reviving the old theme park as festival theme park, using the theme of Louisiana's festivals at a cost of about $120 million. Sounds interesting, but if they kind of go off the rails and also mention wanting to have their own large international themed retail mall, they would have to lease out spaces to nations rather than real retailers. They also envision a 7-star resort hotel. Where's the 6-star? A 7-star resort hotel. And a life-size replica of Noah's Ark on site as well. What?
What? Exactly. What?
Wait. Okay. No. Time out. This is hysterical. Because if you think about it, what happened in 2005?
Oh my God. I think I know.
That destroyed the park.
I think I know where this is
I'm not going to
going.
count it with a 10-foot pole.
I'm gonna
touch it with a 2-cent pole.
Oh my God.
That's just putting salt into a wound, people. Why would you build a Noah's Ark, 1, with Kentucky having one, and 2, when people are still recovering from Katrina? That's like really effed up.
Wait, there's seriously still people recovering from Katrina that happened over 10 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
The city is still having issues.
Honestly, they're in no shape for a new park.
2 different projects, blah blah blah. Finally, there is another offer $5.5 million to buy the site, but they haven't really put in what they're going to do with it. So there's really no point in talking about that. But right now, the biggest offer is a cash offer of $4.55 million. I would sell it straight up. Just say you can't build a Noah's Ark because that's kind of effed up.
Honestly, I have no comment besides they have no, like, there's no place in New Orleans right now that I would say, yes, you can build a park. And that even includes Jazzland. Tear it down and build new buildings for citizens. That's what should happen. And I know people like theme parks, but New Orleans isn't at the best place where they can do that.